So have I got everything? Hope so. So let's hope we got a good turnout today. This is the last Tuesday of the month, and that's when we had our monthly meeting for the Elderly Forum. And it starts at 1:30, and we'll be discussing just the normal business of the forum. And we're trying to organise an open day. I guess what we want to do is we want to highlight the work of the forum, try and increase the membership, so that we have a more powerful voice arguing for things that affect the elderly. Most folk think they retire and that's it. Unfortunately, there's still a fight out there. So the open day will be the main thing for the discussion today, to try and get that moved on a wee bit, agreements that what we're planning today is okay. If we get the okay today, then we can start sending out the letters, invitations, and start the process of organising. We've only got 5 weeks to do it. Slow down, right up his arse. And actually, as I say, we booked the Saturday the 2nd, and then once I thought about it, I thought, what are the cutbacks? Chances are these folk are trying to invite or we'll be able to get paid to come out for Saturday. So we changed it, and I managed to get the 7th April, which is a Thursday. I met with Rosemary and Chris. We've been in to see Community Learning Development, spoke to Big John McDonald. I filled in a form, we're applying for £300 for the Section 10. The chances we'll get that, so that'll be £300 to buy, I said we're up for leaflets, posters, a banner, £200 towards food, and some money for postage. Because if we're going to do this, we don't want to be sitting there with 20 folk. We need to turn out huddles, basically. We're looking at 3 speakers. We're looking at somebody, we're struggling with this because we didn't get anybody that had enough pulling power. We're looking for somebody that's a good speaker to open it. What else have we got to do? Anything else? Can you think of anything else?
No, I've mocked up a couple of posters with the help of Nan. Now the stuff that's on it, just really put something on it like free advice on benefits, health, housing, home safety, care services and much more. Something along those lines. Keynote speakers, we need to get the names before we can put them down stalls, and refreshments will be served free of charge. You know, just that kind of idea.
Free hamper. What we're looking for is the
prize draw.
Prize draw.
Free prize draw.
And again, one of the things we thought about was that folk came in, we would ask 1 or 2 questions. What's the main issues for you? And Irvine, what are the biggest issues for you? Right? And that means that we're getting folk, the horse's mouth, what the issues for the folk is the ideas of the folk. I mean, we all belong to different groups, and again we're trying to say, well, it's not just about, you don't have to just be about with Zimmer. There's got to be folk who are with parents, aunties who are maybe elderly, they want to find out about benefits, they want to find out about what's available, and we're trying to encourage younger folk to come along and say, this is your lot in a few years' time, so unless you join in and argue the case. They'll be saying, no, but I'm doing.
Right, Jessie. Okay then, bye. Bye.
Wednesday.
Could you please?
Wednesday the 2nd.
That's your fine.
I've got the riding for the disabled at 12:30. She picks me up at 12:30 at the house, so if it was early in the morning and it finishes at 2:30, so at 3 o'clock, so I don't know what suits you best.
Do the morning?
Morning, 9:30.
Working.
Networking.
Networking.
Aye.
Aye, good stuff.
Right.
Yeah. The thing is, the folk that are sitting at the table, to know who they were. Obviously you've got Rosemary Byrne, who was an MSP. You've got Chris, who's a manager of the job centre, I think it was, or benefits office. Billy was an electrician, worked for the council. John Gray, I think, worked in the newspapers. Can I say worked in newspaper? He was a printer, I think. The woman that left early, she's involved with a group that's got 170 members in there. So, and that's there was a dozen folk there. I sent out 24 letters. So there's another 12 folk potentially could come to it. So good turnout. We're away today to the Joint Elderly Forum. That's the Joint Elderly Forums, all the elderly forums in North Ayrshire come together to see what progress they're having on various issues that they're campaigning for, or just how their groups are going. There's a couple of things coming up at this meeting. We'll be able to advertise our open day and try and encourage folk to turn up to it. On our way, starts at 1 in our dressing. We're on our way again.
Could you give me a teaspoon over there?
Right, that's very good.
Teaspoon. And I put some coffees in this.
Now, with the usual type of thing out with market stalls, we've invited a whole range of folk with the day, all the different people that provide us.
I'm quite interested in this because I just feel that they're just not doing enough for the elderly people. I mean, they're right on in the say, and they should fight for it. We should all be fighting for it.
I get my breakfast, and it's an hour's time. I'm going to a meeting to move the plans for this open day a bit further on. For some people it might be the first time that they came across, say, the Parkinson's Society or OT equipment, and it means that they then find out stuff, and if it helps their life, it makes their life a wee bit better, or they might get information that they can go and help family members. I was listening to Thought for the Day on the radio when I woke up this morning, and they were talking about taking time for yourself, inner peace, and I thought I need to start doing the Qigong again. It's too much information. We think it would do too much, we don't have enough time to relax. Now the fishing starts 2 weeks time, 10 days time or something like that. That'll be another thing. I've got to get my motorbike out and get it fixed and set, and then the gearing will be needing done. I need to wash the windows, they've not been washed for since last year. And then the folks will be started, so I need to get my priorities right. And then the demonstration in London's coming up. So, quite a lot going on. Considering you're retired, you think you'd be sitting down reading books or going for walks or something like that. Spending all your ill-gained money. Ha ha. So there's still things like the posters and leaflets. Some other groups that we need to go and ask. Somebody maybe need to go to the press and see if maybe Rosemary or she's part of it, to get an article in the papers. So we really need to kind of start targeting the 50 plus groups that are in churches and stuff like that we know exist. The problem I've got is I've got that many bags of shit. That many bags of stuff. I'm carrying about far too many bags. I need to get myself organised. I'm looking for a filing cabinet. Community education's flinging out a lot of stuff fairly soon, so I'm trying to see if I can acquire a 3-drawer filing cabinet. Here. I need to see who's all coming. Right, so the folk that I know is coming. I've got Alzheimer's Scotland, they're going to speak. I think the access panels, accessibility I think are coming, age concerns coming. I need to try and get some entertainment, that's what I need. Make a poster. Flip chart size. Suppose we can put it outside, so I need to make up a big thing that just kind of a wee bit better, no better than that, but you're just clearer than that, and get John to make it into a big poster so as we can sit outside Saturday at the mall. What if I should... My bag's a wee bit better, but the more I stand up, the harder it's getting. I don't know whether I go to the... If I go to the doctor, they'll tell me maybe need an X-ray. What do you think? See, this fucking computer's taking forever to shut down. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, it's all right, shut. Right, maybe I'll get a cup of coffee and then get out. And addresses. Do you get that?
I've got that.
So you can copy that.
Yeah, I've got that.
No. Like that. See that there?
There's still again units and they still talk about you, but it's really funny.
These stupid hats or feather boas. They're about 80 or 90 these folk.
I think she's 84 and him is 86. I mean, they're brilliant, they really are. And the wee lady at the back is 90. And they had
They're Brody sisters.
like we couldn't get Ian off, we couldn't get the mic off Ian, we couldn't get we could hardly get them off the stage. I mean, they just caused a riot.
Do you watch Mrs Brown's Boys on the telly?
Oh, was it on?
Mrs Brown's, you know, seen it on the telly?
I've seen it, I've seen the play, it would be really good.
She's on the telly, they're on a Monday,
no,
BBC.
Maybe see if I can get that.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Some of the panellists will agree with each other. When I look around my community, it's the older people that are doing the volunteering. It's the older people that are sustaining their local communities, putting a lot back in, but also taking from it. And that's how I would like us to move into the future. It's how we sustain our older people as the resource that they are in our local communities that I think is the challenge for us all as the numbers of older people grow in the future.
I think that one of the things that maybe we just want to do the new, because people are wanting to go away to talk about this information day, because it's no this Thursday, the next Thursday, and there's still a fair bit of work to do. Thanks, boss.
Hi there.
Hello.
Now this was all set out like this. I
That's
wasn't
right.
sure how you thought it and mine didn't want it. That look like it? Yeah.
I want that.
Whoa, slow down. You get that video? Whoa, fields. Can everybody hear me? There's some seats at the front here, we're just going to start. A couple of speakers, if you want to take a wee seat just now, hear the speakers, and then you can have another look around the stalls, and then the lunch will be getting served fairly soon after that. Now, to win the prize draw, you've got to tell us what 3 issues you think are most important to the seniors in Irvine. When we were giving out leaflets in the town, people didn't know we existed. Folk were phoning me up saying how long's the elderly forum and get on and what is it you do. So equally there's a lot of people running about here carrying the day to give you that information, and that's one of the projects. I'm now going to have a wee look at the Carer Centre. Somebody else on the spot. Can you tell us who you are and what is it you do?
Hi there, my name's Deborah McKean and I work at the North Ayrshire Carer Centre. We're based in the High Street in Irvine, and our aim is to support unpaid carers in North Ayrshire.
The remote control for the television, look at the size of that. I mean, you couldn't lose that, look. That's not fantastic. When your grandwains or your wains say, where's the remote control? So you can't lose it. You can't get all that in your pocket. Now, the lady we've got with us today is Mrs. Del McFadden. Now, I asked her to send me a wee CV so that I could say a few things about her. Because I just knew if we got to the meetings and one of the, sorry about the term, one of the old women that was sitting in front of me, sorry Nell, but she would always be sitting down the front, and every time there was something to say about something, Nell was always saying something. I didn't really know much about her because I was a worker, I was getting paid to be at the meetings. Now I'm not a worker, and I'm here doing it for the same reasons that she's done it all the years that she's been doing it.
Must now get together for the sake of seniors everywhere and make our voice heard now and for always. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Nell, that was fantastic.
Oh, I've just been around the stall holders and they all said it was very good. They were surprised at the people that came, even for going in.
Oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Definitely.
I don't think we could have asked for better. The turnout, the way that folks stayed around. I went round every single stall and everyone has said that they'd come back because they get a good response. So I think that says it all, doesn't it?
I thought the variety of stalls,
yes.
There were so many different aspects of services that it covered that I thought was much better than I might have expected. Everybody getting out the door was saying thanks very much, I really enjoyed it, thanks, I found it really useful. What a nice lunch, just the whole thing. I think it was a good.
My car says Chelsea, I'm going to the butchers, I'll be back.
If I knew what you came in with back, the sizes of the films, so I've got to get and tell you.
Well, I think if you look at the video, you think it went fairly well. Most folk were quite impressed. Some folk were saying it was the best open day they've been to. I think the folk from different areas were saying they've had them before, but they said this was really good. But it wasn't been better than anybody else's. I think the speakers, I think they were impressed with Nell McFadden, an 84-year-old. And it can emphasise all the things we're about in Irvine Seniors as a campaign organisation fighting for issues that affect the elderly.
Lost my hat.
You lost your hat?
Yeah.
Somebody's lost their keys.
Oh hell, that's worse.
I probably locked them in the car, but... So that's the only down point, somebody's locked their keys in the car or they've lost them somewhere. See you later, mate. See you.
See you here.
I'm just going. Somebody's lost a set of keys, but don't know where they are.
I'll keep an eye on them. That's a hat and a set of keys.
Okay, bye.
See you later.